Okay, everyone. So let's start today's session and tell me that whatever topic we discussed yesterday, in that any question, doubt, confusion you want to ask. Total main two topic we cover, right? First one is Ether channel and then FHRP. And for that requirement, we discuss about MAC address and MAC table and switch address learning process kind of stuff, right? So tell me, in that point, you have any question, doubt, confusion, anything? Let's you try to do some research and find a problem. Anything? Anyone? No? Nothing. So let me take you the things. DHCP, everyone remember? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol for providing IP address, right? So in that topic, today we'll go deeper. So I will take here one simple switch, or you can say not 0 number, 1 number, then router. Yes. Topology. Which task we given that? In that, yes. What doubt? Tell me. That way I'm asking every time first doubt, then I will start topic. Tell me. What kind of doubt you have? ISP. No, ISP is okay, but any specific thing like ISP not able to communicate or don't know how to configure ISP or concept don't know what? How to configure ISP? Then simple answer, ISP we no need to configure. We are just giving IP, right? If you remember, whenever I discuss about ISP, we are just giving the IP address because as a real scenario, we don't have authority to configure IP address. We just require connectivity. Let me explain the topology. You will get easily idea. This topology, right? So understand, guys. Local configuration is simple. In this PC, you need to give the IP appropriate. And according to whatever the interface connected here, that you need to divide in the VLAN. VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30. Right? Then this port become trunk. So that all VLAN data can travel. Now, if this side is a trunk, then what? Then whatever the VLAN data want to travel, they travel with the VLAN tag. And that tag router not able to understand. So what will do in the router side? Sub interface. So this fast Ethernet 1/0 will just go inside the interface, no shutdown, and come back, exit. We don't need to configure anything as a physical 1/0 interface. But we require no shutdown command, so we can divide in the sub interface. So in the global mode, again, what we'll do? Interface fast Ethernet 1/0, .1, .2, whatever, but I will suggest according VLAN number. So 1/0.10, 1/0.20, 1/0.30. And according that here you will find 3 IP address. That's how you can see. What I mentioned, link up the topology, IP address, port number, everything. And deciding that create the VLAN on the both switch assign. And as mentioned, configure the default routing for ISP. Getting it? Here I not mention the IP address on this interface. I mentioned the IP address here because what here actually 3 IP address. But not as a one interface, 3 sub interface. And that IP is default gateway of the local PC. This point clear everyone till now? And same thing copy paste right side. Here also you assign the IP address, then this port you divide in the VLAN, then this port you make a trunk. This you divide in the sub interface, and again you assign the 3 different IP according to this network. And whatever IP you configure, that become default gateway according to the PC. So after this configuration, your local routing done. You no need to run routing protocol. Why? Because your PC to default gateway, packet reach to the router, and router already connected 3 networks. Able to understand everyone? You not require routing. PC have a default gateway that able to reach to the router, and router other packet directly connect, even router internet directly connect. Here we not require any routing. And then in the router side, what we require? Default gateway to the ISP. As I told you multiple times, that whenever we are going to use internet, in that we can access anything. So we not specify the static routing. Okay, and there are no neighborship with the other public network. So no dynamic routing. Mostly default route. So in this router will configure that any packet you receive, and if the network is unknown, then forward here. Same thing this side in router 2. If any request you're receiving and that network is unknown for router 2, forward here. So R1 to ISP default routing, R2 to ISP default routing, and again according ISP, these both are directly connected. But ISP don't know private network, and that actually we don't want to know. We don't want that it will know, right? So in this router, what we need to do? Translation. That if any network coming from this 10 series or 20 or 30, then translate into this 150 network. Getting it? Here we have one PC in the network. You can use static net. It is not that much large network. Otherwise, what? We have dynamic net also. But as according to configuration, if we have less device, then static net easy. So what you need to specify? Rules. IP net inside source, the command. Then whatever the source and whatever the new converted IP. Then second command, IP net source inside here, whatever the source and converted IP. For 3 PC, 3 command. And then decide that 1/0 interface is inside, 00 is outside. So whenever any request received by this interface and want to go this side, it will translate the address. Able to understand? But here what? One small concept more you need to remember, that as a practical topology, this is not a one interface. This we divided in the sub interface. So you don't need to run inside command on the 1/0 actually, but 3 sub interface. 1/0.10 become inside, 1/0.20 become inside, 1/0.30 become inside, and 00 outside. Same thing this side. So now your local IP will be converted and able to communicate with ISP. Before that, it will not able to convert it. Before that, what? PC have default gateway, router have a default routing, packet reaching here, but not replay. That point we discussed already. That same point here I giving you 2 sides. Okay. But same thing also need to do with this side. That this 10.104 converting which IP, 20.105 converting which IP. And then PC1 want to ping PC4. Then what? You don't need to ping this IP. Otherwise, what happen? In PC, you trying to type a ping command. Ping 192.168.10.104. According PC, it is the same network. Then it will ping locally only. And they try to find 105 locally, which is not available, and your ping never happen. But when this PC want to ping branch 2, how they able to communicate? Via internet. It's not locally connected. And in the internet, what is their IP? There you need to ping. That means this is private IP. Whatever command you run here, let's say you run the command for this IP I'm talking. IP net inside source static and 192.168.10.104. And that, let's say you want to convert into this network 150, 150, 20, and 104. That means what? In the public, this IP is PC4. In the local, this IP is PC4. In the public, this IP is PC4. So from your computer, you don't need to ping here. You need to ping here. So when your PC will try to ping, it will also convert in the 150.10 network. And that 150.10 network try to ping 150.20, that is here reachable. And whenever anyone find, okay, someone try to ping here, in background, it will forward here. Because router have the idea, okay, this is the translated address of what? This. So in background, it will convert the IP and ping forward here, and again it will replay. So this sample logic you need to remember, guys. If you try to check ping from this local IP to this local IP, never happen. Because both network intentionally give you same. And in that, if you try to ping, then what? It will only check locally. 192.168.10 series, 192.168.10 series. Getting my point? Anyone have confusion? Online people? Is it clear? So these are you need to configure. Able to understand?
Yes, sir.
If you want to configure dynamic net, then you require ACL, then you select this network and everything. But here only 3 PC, so you can use static net. Sometimes what even all side configuration fine, but people try to bring local IP, and that will never happen, and that's why again people thinking topology wrong. Okay, then also remember this point number 7. Telnet SSH you need to start. Now, if you start telnet in the router, then what? Router already have multiple network entries. So they can communicate each other. But if I talk about switch, so in the switch also you can say already mention IP 150 and 250. Getting it? So for that also remember, you need to translate address. Because this also what, let's say switch 1 want to take telnet of switch 2, again they communicate via public. So this private IP also you require one public IP. This private IP also require one public IP. And try to take telnet from that public IP, not the private. Able to understand? Whatever private IP, if we have same side, then locally, privately communicate. But two different private IP into other branch, then they will communicate via internet. So whatever that private IP, you require public IP for that. And try to communicate via that public IP. Any confusion? And also what second point, that if you configure IP address and telnet service on the switch, then remember switch is a L2 device. Don't forget to apply default gateway on the switch. Remember that point? We discussed all this point. It's just a combo of all the discussion. Now able to configure? Good. This side people, anyone want to ask anything? Anyone, anything? If not able to understand, ask me, okay guys? Triple time, 4 time, 5 time. I don't have any issue. I will explain. But right now, if you're telling understanding, and then again, let's say tomorrow again, sir, one more time explain. Not like that. Yes. Switch is the different network. Intentional, you can see, because what it is a management network. 10, 20, 30. Here also local network 10, 20, 30. But let's say in the switch, we are going to configure IP for what? For management. That's why intentionally I keep the different network. That means you also require fourth sub interface. This is a total fourth network. Physically, you can see only 3 network for 3 different departments. But for this is what admin department indirectly, where admin can access the devices. So this one series, another what? 1.50 IP here, and another sub interface here with what? 1/0.1. And there whatever IP you configure, that is switch default gateway. Same thing here, 2 network. So another fourth sub interface here. Indirectly, there is a 4 network, 3 regular user network and 1 admin network. Clear? So in the router, you require 4 sub interface, not 3. Any other confusion? Anyone?
Nikunj, I have been able to complete this, sharing the video in a short while, but just wanted to ask you, in a particular scenario where 192.168.2.50, let's say if that switch is unable to communicate with anybody else, with anybody else in a different network, then can we perform twice net on router 2?
Twice net means like what?
Twice net means when when the traffic is hitting the router 2, so traffic is coming from 150.150.10.100 and it wants to go to 150.150.20. Let's say 201 or 202.
Okay.
We forward it to the switch, which is 192.168.2.50. Now 192.168.2.50, it cannot, for security reasons or for some other reasons, it cannot communicate with 150.150.10.100.
Okay.
So we will translate 150.150.10.100 to say 192.168.2.10. So when the packet leaves,
you can.
We can, right?
Yes. That is called destination net. You will find in your CCNP.
Oh, okay.
Like right now, what we are doing is what we are changing the source address. That when our request going, so our source IP is this. Okay, and that source IP router will change. But when let's say packet receiving and you want to change, that means what? Whatever the destination on that packet that you want to change. That is called destination net. We can.
Okay.
But logic should be clear that when you want to use source translation and when you want to use destination translation. Because what destination translation allow anyone to enter. Like 150 series you are converting into local. That means public into private. So anyone from the public, let's say if they got this public IP from your series, they can enter.
Yep.
So this is what, again, as a security reason, what you give the issue or problem. Same. Also remember like what? Maybe when you translate this, other problem also invite. You need to be very careful. I'm not saying you can't, you can, but very careful which you want to translate.
Okay.
In that, I will not suggest that you will select the range. Only compulsory manually static. Whatever one IP you want to translate, only create rules for that, not a dynamic. Otherwise, anyone can enter.
1-to-1. Yep.
Good.
Thank you, sir. It took me a couple of hours.
Anyone else? Any doubt? You have more doubt? Zubair? Yusuf, Tanvir? You have more doubt?
No, sir. At this point, I'm clear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good. Tell me, guys, everyone. Done? Okay. Let's start the topic. So as I told you guys that DHCP things we are going to discuss in the deeper way. Okay. So here, let's say we have switch 1 and I'm taking here 3-4 PC. 0 will not use. Let it be. And then let's say I'm taking router also. Now, if you remember, we already discussed that in this scenario, DHCP can become switch also, can become router also, right? Or more better scenario, sometime company also have dedicated separate server. That is not part of our CCNA or Cisco code, but I'm just giving hint. That what there is a Windows server, Linux server, kind of different server we have, where it is specially not a single user, but it is specially created for multiple user management. That is server. So let's say this server, you want to make a DHCP. So what? This all connected via switch. Again, whenever this PC request, previously it is forwarding to the router. Now it will forward here. Inside, you know that it is a broadcast request, if anyone remember. Whenever DHCP try to request, it is what broadcast, because they don't know where is the IP, where is the server. They will do broadcast. So if router have a DHCP service, router will reply. If this server have a DHCP service, that server will reply. If switch have a service, directly switch will reply. It will not forward. These all three scenario indirectly same. Anyone have confusion, ask me. Otherwise, now I will give the advanced scenario. This is common scenario I'm talking. Maybe IP we are getting directly from the switch DHCP server, or maybe we are getting IP from the router. That this PC2 requesting, but switch don't have DHCP service. So switch forward request to the router and router replay. Or maybe that router or switch both don't have any DHCP service, but company have a separately server for providing IP. Command are same for switch or router. Remember, we already configured DHCP thing, right? And Windows server, we no need to manage. If it is there, then it is not our headache. But what advanced case here I want to talk, guys, that suppose this is the network where I want IP automatically, but server somewhere else in the different net. From different network, I want to find IP. And you know that if you want to travel different network, you require IP and routing. Now you don't have IP, you want IP, you are looking for IP and that server in the different network. Okay, so what I will do, after this router here in the different network, let me take another switch. And then I'm taking router number 2. Getting it? This router DHCP service started. Not this router, not this switch, or this is just an example. It is also, let's say, not as our networking case. That means connection is look like this. In this network, I will start, sorry, in this interface, I will start DHCP service. It is not a compulsory router, okay? Maybe switch, maybe again this kind of server here, whatever. But that server are eligible to provide IP and network is here. Let me disconnect this cable so you don't have any confusion. This is not in our topology right now. Getting my point? So here we have two problems. One problem already I told you that this PC not able to go in other network for asking IP because for traveling they require IP. Okay. Second thing, let's say PC want IP, so it will do the broadcast request. That hey, I want IP, switch say I don't know. Let me forward. Router say I don't know. And if you remember that basic concept like collision domain, broadcast domain from our first week and second week, basic topic. So router interface are broadcast domain. They will not allow to travel broadcast traffic. That means whatever traffic is sending here, that traffic will be dropped. It will not forward other side. And so here we have one simple concept. That is called IP helper. Like what? Guidance. If someone don't know the path, how to reach, we are asking someone, okay, how I can go this place, right side or left side. Whatever insert routing doing, that same thing I want to do for broadcast traffic. That's why it is known as a IP helper. It's not for the network. It's not for the routing, not for multiple network, but only for specific part, for one request, it will help. Getting it? So what I will do in this interface, I will configure the IP helper command that will looking for that if anyone requests for IP address, I will help them. That's why IP helper name, which will help to get the IP. Getting it? Any confusion? So let's say this side local network, I am going to configure our common, let's say 192.168.1.0. Okay. Router IP is what? Let's say common 192.168.1.1. And PC, I will not configure IP because that I want automatically. And this side network, let's say router 1 and 2 we have. So I'm using, let's say, class B network, 172.16 and 12 series. Again, /24 only. For classroom people, let me do little bigger, zoom. Able to see everyone? This is our topology. This IP address available in the router interface. And this PC are looking for IP. Here only 3 PC, but in real sense, let's say 30 PC, multiple bigger department, they want IP. So admin not going to configure manually, DHCP. But let's say DHCP server not in the same network, then it will forward request here. And for that forwarding, we require IP helper. Okay. In background, not as a configuration, but as a effect, it is known as a relay agent. Right now, Olympic things running or just finished, you can say whatever. So in that, if anyone has a relay, what is relay? Simple. 1 to 2 like that, multiple together, each other helping, not a one single player, right? So same thing here. It is known as a relay agent. That means what? Let's say generally PC requesting for the IP, and that is what only travel in the same network. So if it will reach here, this will take that packet and forward here. Getting it? So it's like what? Relay. One player, and then from here, second player. And that's why it is known as a relay agent. It's working like agent. Original requirement here and provider here. You can say you are student, you are looking for PG. PG is here, but you don't know PG is here. So there is a broker who will take you to the PG. Whatever example you can say, where between the requirement and provider, there are intermediate agent. So here it is known as a relay agent. Okay, so sometime if question comes, what is DHCP relay agent? Same thing what we are discussing. Okay, question may be come in the different wording. Command what we are going to run, that is IP helper. A topic name you can say relay. So let's configure this router. Yes or no? Enable. Configure terminal. Host name, let's say R1. Interface gigabit, what we have? 01. IP address 192.168.1.1. No shutdown. Exit. Then this side network gigabit 0 slew. Interface gigabit 0/2. IP address like we discussed already 172.16.12. And router 1. So I'm keeping one IP. And that same IP network, let's configure on the router 2 side. Remember guys, in router 1, I'm not configured DHCP. DHCP in router 2. Gigabit, right? 01. Any confusion till now? We just do the basic. Do we require any routing in router 1? Tell me guys, anyone? Do we require any routing in router 1? Yes or no? How many network we have in topology? In this topology right now, how many network we have? 2, 3, 4, what? This one local network and this one network, 2 only. Both network router 1 have idea. Then no routing, simple. Routing will do only if there are some network in the topology where router not connected directly, or let's say router don't have idea. Right now, both network router 1 have idea, then we not require any routing. If I configure here router 3, so that network, router 1 don't have idea, we need to do. Getting it? So in the router 2, let's configure the DHCP thing. So IP DHCP pool and pool name. I'm using, let's say, dpool. DHCP. Okay, and then what? Network. And then default gateway, default router. Whoever getting this IP, for them default gateway is what? This IP. Okay. And if you want like a real scenario, I told you multiple times that PC will get IP after 100. Then you can use exploit address. IP DHCP exploit address. So DHCP configuration is same. But what we require, if our server is in the different network, then you require two things. The reachability from server to the client and reachability from client to server. Simple. Reachability from client to server, what we discuss? Here I will configure agent. And reachability from server to client, here I will configure static routing. See guys, router 1 have both network. Router 2 not connected this network directly. So in router 2 we require routing. Okay. So for request going from the PC to server, here I will configure agent, and replay coming from server, here I will configure static routing. That's it. So concept, whatever you learn already, lots of things already you know. Only one command which I configure here for helper address agent, that is new for you. But concept is totally new. So let's go to the router 1. Go to their interface. Which interface? Gigabit 01. IP, helper address, and here you can specify destination address. That if anyone coming here for requesting, where I want to forward this 172.16.12.2. In short, your DHCP server IP. Getting it? This is what your DHCP server IP. If as a student we are looking for PG, then what agent will do? They will take us to the PG. Simple, easy. And now let's say because of this packet able to reach here, but router not able to reply if the request for this network, because that network don't know. So coming back to router 2, and here you can configure IP route. If anyone coming from this network for this subnet mask, okay, according router 2, who will be the next hop? 12.1. So static routing already we learn. DHCP command already we learn. That means according DHCP configuration we don't have any new thing. Just we require helper address new. And because of that, now let's go to the PC1 and try to request for the IP. No, we are not getting IP. Okay, taking time. Can you see guys? 101. We don't have any kind of DHCP here. We have DHCP here, but we are getting IP. PC2, desktop, IP, DHCP. Getting IP? So this is called DHCP relay agent. Anyone have confusion, you can ask me. Otherwise, here this other DHCP thing done. Clear this, online people?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Classroom people? Both side? Clear? Good. So now another thing, especially for interview, You need to remember that is what? DORA process. Sometimes also known as a DORA message. If anyone asks you what is DORA process, answer will be same. What is DORA message? Answer will be same. What is that? So you need to write this way. DORA. It is one message actually. In short, it is known as a DORA. D for discover, O offer, R request, and A acknowledge. Or sometime also in short, they know as a SEK. It is also your test, what you want to remember. What is this? It is actually DHCP process. Whatever running in the background that I just want to highlight. Whenever your PC looking for the IP, what happen? It is doing discovery. Discover. PC1 don't have IP, and let's say I click on that setting, that DHCP. That means what? Directly PC start discovery, and they try to discover the server. So that is what? Your first message. Discover. Then if server find the request with the discover message, then server got the idea, okay, someone looking for IP. Then they will offer the IP. That is our second process, offer. Once server will offer, client will verify and check that is this IP unique? Is this IP using by someone else or not? Is this valid network IP? Like that verification it will do in background. And then what it will request? Yes, server, you can give me that IP. And again at the last, whenever any request received by the server will put the stamp, acknowledge, yes, this is your IP from now. This 4-step process running in background, which we known as the automatically assign IP by DHCP. That process is known as a DORA process. Clear? What you need to remember? The sequence. Second thing, you need to remember which message done by who. Means sometimes they will ask the question from this, which message done by client and which message done by server. So discover is what? Client. Then offer, server. Then request again by client. And offer, sorry, acknowledge again by server. Is this clear? In that any other question, confusion, doubt, ask me. DORA process or DORA message for DHCP. Okay. One last thing we need to understand in the DHCP, that is what? As a attack, as a problem. Till now we just discuss the features. That we have these all features, so we will get the IP automatically. Getting it? Either we'll use normal DHCP like we discussed previously. Otherwise, DHCP server may be somewhere else with the relay agent. And how they got the IP, that 3 point we discussed. Last point we have, that is DHCP attack. Remember guys, whenever you find some service automatically, that means there are no any physical employee or human sitting to take that decision. It is done by device. And for that, again, chances of hacking. Because let's say, whatever PC will request, DHCP will reply. Now think in both sides. In this scenario, let's say some malicious computer came, join and requesting. DHCP will give the IP, yes. DHCP not verifying, who is that? It is just verifying, it is a discover request. Let me give the IP. Coming from where? From this side, give that IP. Okay, so it is what? Server side problem. Whoever the request, for them, server will give the IP. Now think from the client side. whatever the original client or new client, they want IP. So they requesting for IP. They looking for the server. And suppose this PC start acting as a server. Means what? They run the DHCP service command. What command we are running here? That command is run here. So after that what? Whenever this PC requesting, this will replay. And this client getting IP from this PC. Original server here, but PC don't know who is the original server. So both side we have problem. As a saving the time, automation process, getting IP automatically good. But in that also we require verification. If no verification, then anyone can give the IP or anyone can receive the IP. Getting my point, guys? Last concluding, if we think this is the malicious user and we don't want that will connect in the network, but that we can't, it will request, server will replay. Or if we don't want that our PC will not get IP from other, only from this. They're also right now not, because this anyone can run the DHCP command and PC will start receiving IP from them. Getting it? So for that both, again try to understand, guys. If there is only one or two PC network, means directly connected. Like what? Let's say this PC directly connected to user, not via switch. Then mostly you will not find DHCP because one or two device. You will find DHCP whenever there is a multiple device. And whenever there is a multiple device, switch is there. Right now you can see for this request and replay or for this request and replay, switch are the responsible. That means we'll count switch as a centralized device for DHCP and we'll do the verification process there on the switch. Getting it? If any new malicious server here, that also requesting and replaying via switch. If new user and requesting to server via switch. Okay. One more attack possible, that let me explain, then I will give the solution. What is one more attack? Let's say the malicious user is not just becoming member of the network. Let's say they request the IP, server give the IP, then it become member. But let's say this PC not just become a member, but they creating multiple virtual machine and they having some hacking tools where they are keep changing MAC address and doing request. Now how DHCP assign the IP? Based on MAC address. Not based on IP. IP already not there. If any request received by the DHCP, that is for what? For IP requirement. That means request coming with MAC address. That this is my physical address on my hardware. Give me the IP. And if this kind of hacking tools that malicious user have, then what? Every time new MAC address and new request. And DHCP thinking it is a new user. And they will keep giving IP. While in background it is only one PC. So what happened? After some time, maybe few seconds, few minutes, whatever, depend on the hacker speed. After some time, all IP from the DHCP finish. Right now, how many IP we assign? 0 to 255/24. From that, first and last will not use. So 1 to 254. From that, 1 to 100 we exclude. Automatic IP only from 101 to 254. Around 150 IP you can say. So whatever 2-3 PC active here, or let's say as a real listener, there is a 10-20 PC and 130 IP remaining. So what happened? Because of these hacker tools, different 130 MAC address IP finish. Whenever there is a 131 number request, server say I don't have IP. Now suppose, let's say as a real listener, these three is the original user. But let's say right now only 2 users available. Third user is, let's say, on the way. It's coming. It's late. Whatever. And this malicious user already used all IP. Then when this original user come in the network and they request for IP, server say, I don't have IP. and original user not able to connect. That is the bigger backend problem. Not just IP finish, but whatever the other original PC, real user are going to connect, they also not get the IP because IP finish. You can say exhaustion, IP exhausted. Getting it? So this kind of small problem we have in the DHCP. And again, this whole thing also traveling via switch. So again, one simple line I want to repeat that there are lots of big concepts we need to discuss, but command is very small. So what attack we are discussed here? That let me give the name. The first attack what we discussed, like what anyone can connect. That is what? For that, we are going to discuss port security. Solution, okay? Problem is what? Any malicious user can connect. Getting it? That means what? You can say no verification or decision process for network security. What second point I told you? That anyone can become fake DHCP server. That is technical word known as a DHCP rogue server. You can say non-technical name like I told you, fake DHCP server. Or you can say some normal PC, or you can say normal user PC try to act as a DHCP server. Technical name is what? DHCP rogue server. And the last attack what I told you, where malicious user absorb all the IP, available IP. That is what? DHCP starvation. Starving, hungry, like that. It is like attack is what? That's whatever the new user will going to connect, that is hungry for the IP. Starving. It will starve all the IP address from the DHCP, and later what? Original user also not get IP. So attack is like this. For this both attack, we have the solution that is known as a DHCP snooping. This is solution name. So you can say DHCP attack, I give the name, and you can say DHCP security. For that we have, this is the topic name. In that what we'll do? In this switch, we will go to any one interface where the original server connected. And there we specify that you are the valid interface. You are the trusted interface for DHCP communication. So from any other interface, if they find DHCP packet, switch will discard. That is the simple solution. Problem I told you 2-3 different problems, but solution is simple. Wherever the original server connected, on that interface, make the trust that you are the valid authorized person for DHCP. So whatever the attack I explained, let's say what there are some new PC want to become server, rogue server. Okay, then what? They connect here. And let's say again this PC requesting. So request going here also, request going here also. Then what? This server try to replay. Switch say no, I will not accept your replay. And request going here and replay coming here. Switch say okay, I will accept your DHCP replay, and then PC only get IP from original server, not the fake server. Getting it? Any confusion? So go to the switch. Go to the interface. First of all, enable configure terminal interface gigabit 01 IP DHCP Snooping and trust. This is the command. That's it. Because of this command, automatically all other interface become untrusted, non-trusted, you can say. So now DHCP server replay only receiving from this interface. This is the one command. Note it down. Anyone have doubt, confusion, you can ask me.
So Nikunj, in DHCP snooping, I mean, it's done by the switch itself, correct? Wherein it will take a entry of the MAC and the IP address corresponding, and if there is any changes, it will alert. Okay.
MAC address thing we remaining. It is different. It is only for DHCP security. As a one MAC address or port security, we have this point that we'll discuss.
Okay. Okay.
Clear, guys? Okay. Now understand. Let's say this PC3 is what? Original user. Okay, and they also try to request the IP. We are getting IP. Okay. Now what? I want that in this port number 3, only this PC can connect, not other. Getting it? Now let's say sometime have doubts, sir, how other PC can connect. So nowadays you remember, either we have work from home kind of scenario or hybrid. Someday you can go office, someday you can work from home. That means someday what, this port number 3 is free. PC, not a user 3 PC, but user 3 laptop working from home. And someday that user 3 laptop coming here and connecting. That means what? Whenever this user working from home, on that time this interface is free. And anyone can connect. So that same thing I'm talking like what? Malicious user. Now not a malicious server, but malicious user. We are checking solution from that side. Okay. So what I will do in this switch, I will run one command. And in that, I will bind this PC MAC address. That in this interface number 0/3, only this MAC address allow. If someone else try to connect, port shut down or port error disable. Remember that in the BPDU guard, same logic. If BPDU packet receive, port number interface close or shut down. Same way, if any other MAC address packet connection will find, port will be down. So for that, what we need to do? First of all, we need to find the original MAC address. So in this PC, you can go to the config and select the interface. Here we have the MAC address. Copy. Let me write here. This is the PC MAC address. Okay. And then let's go to the switch. Now everyone remember MAC address table? Yesterday we discussed. In the MAC address table, what kind of detail we have? 4 detail. Anyone remember? Which 4 detail we have? Interface with that MAC address, that is compulsory, simple logic, but with that VLAN number also, and method. It's a manually MAC address entry or automatic, dynamic. Getting it? Same way here we have command make address table static, and here you can type the make address. This is called manual entry. Okay, before running this command, let me show you. Do show make address dash table. You can see this make address 002 is what? Dynamic. Giving error because only make address entry will not allow what it will asking. In which VLAN it is? So by default, right now we not create any VLAN, so VLAN 1. Then in which interface? Interface pass Ethernet 03. Can you see now? Manual entry. Okay. This is what I just attached the MAC address manually. But now I also want to attach security. So security is inside the interface again. Okay. So interface pass Ethernet 03 switch port security. This is the command. If you do the question mark, you will find this option. But also you can see CR means correct. So remember guys, first you need to run only this command without any option. Dynamic port, okay. Port security, you are deciding some device fix. That means what? Mode should be access, not the automatic. Like dynamic auto, dynamic trunk, dynamic auto, dynamic desirable, trunk and access. So dynamic port will not allow you to make a port security because what? Port mode itself not fix how you fix the security. So either you need to make a compulsory trunk or access. Mostly we are going to use access because access port user going to connect. So first of all, switch port, mode, access. And then same command, switch port, port security. Now what? Has a static address. Okay. So first we don't need to enter this. First we need to start port security. And then again question mark. Remember guys, first I run this command and then I'm running the command again, but on this time I will continue. So only this command means what? Port security started. But if port security started, what you want to secure? So now you can specify, here you can see MAC address. And then again you can type this. Getting it? And then again what? Port security. Understand guys? First you start the port security. Then you specify the MAC address that I want to secure this MAC address. And then third option is what? Violation. That if someone not following this security policy, what you need to take a decision? What action you will take? Getting it? So you can see here we have three options. Protected, restrict, or shut down. Shut down simple. That if someone different MAC address try to connect, what will be shut down? Only admin can start. Like error disable, have also timing 5 minutes, but after that automatically start. Otherwise we can use shutdown option. Restrict means what? It will just restrict that MAC address. Port will not shut down. If someone else try to connect, connection restrict. Original MAC address try to connect, connection start. And protected means what? Timer things. Like if someone wrong MAC address device try to connect, it will disable for few times. So better option is what? Shut down. But again, it is not compulsory, depend on the situation. Like in the error disable also, we have the timing and remaining permanent shutdown, what option we have. So it is your choice. If your company have a multiple admin, anyone should be available anytime. Like there is a shift based job. Some admin working on day, some admin working on night, but there are no any time where is no admin. Then shutdown is okay. Whenever any problem, admin only start. But suppose let's say admin not available every time. There are multiple different branch admin handling alone. Then what? Then you need to wait for the admin. On that time, it is better you can give some timer. Again, security is there. Okay, but right now let's say want to save, then live, then shut down. Okay, just disconnect and try to connect again. You can use forward working. But let's say I take another PC, or let's say PC number 0 we have, right? No. Oh, it's free. And let's say again disconnect. The scenario you can understand already. Let's say this PC right now, what user available at home, work from home, and this interface is free. And someone else try to connect. Why? It should be red. Connection should be dropped. No errors will not show, obviously. Then why? What address will be make that an violation? Everything is right. Let me try one more time. Zero slash 3 switch port mode access, switch port security, this MAC address. Okay. We run the violation command, right? Why violation command not showing? Switch port security violation down, enter is there. Then why violation command not showing in the running? Let me run one more time. Interface, fast Ethernet, 0/3, switch port security, violation, shutdown. Correct. Do so running. No. It is not taking. Why?
Do you think generating some traffic will make any difference?
Hmm?
Do you think generating traffic from the computer will make a difference?
No. is also correct. Sometimes what device update, new command will be there, but no, everything is fine. Okay, let me do one thing. I can try one simple thing, manually shut down, and then no shutdown. Sometime what effect will start after that. And now disconnect. Try to connect. Hmm. Which switch model it is? Two 2960. Okay. Let me check with another switch. This last one here we have. Enable configure terminal, host name, switch 3, interface, fast Ethernet, plus 1, switch port, mode, access, switch port, port security, switch port, port security, MAC address, and switch port, port security violation, shutdown. Disconnect, try to connect. Okay, and disconnect, try to connect to C4 here. Where command is the same. Let me take it to your book. Is the packet preference or I am missing something? Introduction, chapter 1, networking, addressing, routing, OSPF, VLAN, Ethernet, no, security in book 2. Security service, security architecture, port security. Same command. Switch port security and add the MAC address. port security enable, secure up, violation mode shutdown, maximum MAC address 1, total MAC address 1, configure MAC address 1. Everything is there. So it's a packet tracer issue. Okay, we have another method. Let me try that. Otherwise, it is a packet tracer issue only. So what I will do, in the same topology, let's say this time I will target port number 4. Okay, port number 4. And in that, what I will do, sorry, in this which we don't have port number 4, right? What we have? 011121. Oh, yeah, we have 41. But 41 is the regular pass Ethernet? No, it's a fiber. So let's say use port number 2. Port number 2 we are targeting, guys, in the switch 3 interface pass Ethernet 2/1. Switch port mode access, switch port security. This is it is. But instead of MAC address, suppose let's say we have 1000 PC. So again, we need to manage the Excel sheet. PC1 MAC address, PC2 MAC address. Not for one interface, but separately. PC4 MAC address for port 4, PC3 MAC address for port 3. So we have second option also like what? Switch port security. And here in the MAC address, you will use the command sticky. Not the MAC address. Either you type manually or sticky. Sticky means what? Automatically stick. So whenever you connect the any device, first device MAC address automatically it will count as a security. So in this you just need to remember that first always connect the original PC. It's not like you just run the command and you forget. After this command you need to manually connect the PC. So whatever PC connect first, that MAC address it will automatically take as a secure device. And second, third PC, they not allow. Okay. And then again what? Port security violation shutdown. So right now you can see this. Maximum MAC address 1. But right now any MAC address available? No. Entry is empty. Because we not connect anything. So in the port number 2, again what I will do? Try to connect. Now check this. No, that means this packet tracer not working fine right now. Otherwise here, it should be learn the MAC address automatically because of sticky. Let me disconnect and one more time I will try. Otherwise, no worry. Guys, command is the same only. If you want, I will share the previous batch recording also. Same topic. It is working. Sometimes software create issue. It is not showing. It is not taking MAC address automatically. Okay, let's say it is not taking, but still if I try to connect, then what? It is taken this. Okay, if it is taken this also, then no worry. Now next will not allow. Let's see. If it is working, then again if I try to connect 4 on this, no, it's not working. MAC address taken, but still it is not allowed to block. One last try I'm doing, otherwise I will set the old recording. Command is same. It's not like I'm skipping topic, but it is not right now working in this packet. File number working. Pin number. It's working here. Something not working on that model. I don't know why. See guys, this other PC connected, port shut down. Now original PC try to connect. Again port remains shut down. It will not up because shutdown means admin need to start. Again let's say interface pass Ethernet 05 admin said no shutdown. It started, and again let's say some malicious user try to connect. Okay, it's working here. So I just try one more time. In this switch, it is working. Any confusion, doubt, if you can ask. There are some error, but at the end, topic working fine. This is the command same only. There are no any issue in the command. But here, remember the sequence, guys. First, you require only port security command, so it will start the security service. Then other port security related features. That means what? Go to the interface, pass Ethernet 0/5. Then what? Switch port. Port security. Only this command. Before that also what? Switch port, mode, access. It should be access. In short, no dynamic. And then again switch port, port security. And here you can specify the MAC address. Whatever the MAC address. Or for this command, okay, above to command compulsory, but instead of this command, you can use this also. Switch port, port security, MAC address, sticky. And then last command again common, switch port, port security, violation. And here we have 3 action. Shut down. Also remember, if you not give this command, then also okay, because by default action is shut down only. If you want to change, then only write command, otherwise not required. Sometime in the XCCN exam also question comes, what is the default action? Then shut down. Default port security action is shut down. For assigning MAC address, we have 2 options. Above side command or last command, we have compulsory. Anyone have doubt, confusion, question in this, you can ask. So this will help what if someone try to send a new DHCP request or new MAC address request, then what? It will block. Just write down and then confirm me once you're done. This same point also useful in one another attack, which is also based on the MAC address only. Let's say not a multiple DHCP request, but just they try to use a different IP for the same MAC address, which is based on the ARP. Everyone remember ARP? Okay, just finish this writing. Anyone still remaining? Same command. It's a part of what port security. Understand? So port security help in the two different attacks. One is I told you what DHCP starvation, and second attack is what dynamic ARP inspection, also known as a DAI. This is what, let's say now PC3 suppose here, that is right now block. This is our original topology. Sorry, this. Okay. PC1 is there, PC2 is there, and then PC try to connect. And let's say what PC3 requesting for IP, multiple different IP with the different MAC address. That topic already we discussed. But suppose let's say this PC as it is, and not as a acting as a DHCP server, or let's say not asking multiple IP to DHCP. But in background, when someone try to communicate, this is replaying. Normally what, let's say PC1, let's say IP number 1.1.101.102. Now this 101 looking for the, let's say PC number 5, 105. So normally already we see the packet, multiple time R packet, it will request and broadcast. Because what, for the first time communication, PC1 don't know where is the 105 IP. So it is looking for the MAC address, and this is replaying their own MAC address, that I am the 105. So according PC1, what they assume, okay, I am communicating PC5, but it is a PC3. Or maybe it is a hacker. So there are lots of other tools in the hacker side where they will generate the ARP replay. Normally in the networking, what we see is what automatic request and automatic replay. But with the hacking tools, we can generate the ARP replay. So this will replay for the 105. Then let's say this PC try to combine PC number 6. This is replaying that I am the 6. And that way what they are doing, communication manipulation. All networking stuff. For that what? ARP inspection. That ARP will keep checking. Same logic, okay? Trust port. Command is mostly same. I will show you the one separate command also, which is for DHCP inspection. Same here for ARP. But port security logic is same. So what I want to say, let's say if this PC already replay for the MAC address, whatever we have here, this is the MAC address, and it is telling that I am the IP number 103. And then same MAC address replaying that I am the 105, then it will deny. That no, decide where you are. You are 103 or 105. That means multiple ARP replay not allowed. Previously what? Multiple DHCP replay not allowed. So wherever we make a trust, go to the same interface. Not switch 3, right? Switch 1. (0/1), yeah. You can see instead of DHCP, we have second option ARP. IP, ARP, inspection, and trust. This way you need to do. Port security is for what? Multiple requests not possible. And this is for what? Verify who is the original. So this whole thing is related to our layer 2 security. If any question, confusion, doubt, if you have, you can ask. Otherwise, this is the command if you want to note down. Same like DHCP. Here you can say dynamic ARP inspection. You can see command look like mostly same. IP DHCP Snooping trust, IP ARP inspection trust. inside the interface only. And this is for port security. That is not able to request in background also, we can go to solution for starvation, that it will not request multiple times. Any other question, confusion, doubt, if you have, you can ask. So now we have 4 or 5 topic remaining. If possible, then we'll finish by Friday only. Otherwise, I will call you for one extra session on Saturday, Sunday. If you don't want to come Saturday, Sunday, then one Monday will take. Okay. It's not like finish in the hurry. Other I can again, I will tell, okay, wait 1 hour extra, will finish. But now this all are not important topic. Also, you need to understand separately. So I will not stress the class. If some topic remaining, we'll take one extra session. That is your choice. Saturday, Sunday, you are ready to come extra or regular Monday. Okay. Mostly try to finish by Friday, but not in the hurry. We'll go according the regular speed only. So tell me guys, anything you want to ask right now? Otherwise, new topic will start from tomorrow. In 12 minutes, we'll not able to finish the topic. Yes. VLAN will not ask for the IP. Directly, indirectly, VLAN is just a member. Either it is member of VLAN 1 or VLAN 5, whatever. IP asking by PC only. VLAN Y asking IP. Then different network, different DHCP. Like we configure DHCP for what? Based on this IP default gateway. Different VLAN, then different default gateway, different network. So you need to configure another DHCP. That's why we have the name. In the router 2, this is the DHCP command. Okay. Same way, you can run one more, like what? IP DHCP pool. And make a new name, let's say sales pool for sales IP. And give a new network. You can create multiple DHCP for multiple network. There are no any relation with VLAN. Just a different network you need to remember, because it's IP. IP means what? Just a different network. Now from which VLAN it is getting request, it will reply on the same VLAN. Getting it? So you can configure 10 DHCP server also if there is a 10 network, if there is a 10 VLAN. Okay. Any other question, doubt, ask me guys. Otherwise, write down done in the chat box, online people. Classroom people? Clear? Okay, so today we'll discuss whole thing about security. Tomorrow, we have one more topic for security, that is what? Router password. We already discussed how to configure the password, enable password or username password, right? We also discussed the telnet and SSH. But what? By chance, suppose if you forget the password, then how you pray for recovery? You are the admin, and if you forget the password, where you take a help? Getting it? So that kind of one topic we have, and then some few extra networking service, like we have network time protocol, NTP, or syslog for logging and management, or SNMP, simple network management protocol. That kind of small service we have just for understanding purpose. As a CCNA level, no one will ask you for that, but it is in the course, so we'll discuss. But important topic what we have remaining: wireless networking, then IP version 6, and automation. Whatever the new topic added in the new CCNA. In the beginning, we discussed version, right? So whatever extra few topic added in the new version, that is. So for that, we have one session, like one session for wireless, or let's say 1.5 hour. Okay, 1.5 hour for IP version 6, like that. So in 3 sessions, we are able to finish. But by chance not, we'll take one extra. Okay. So with that, guys, we'll finish here and we'll meet tomorrow. Bye bye.